Late afternoon back in New York town, waking up as the wheels touch down. Pick up my guitar and walk away. Wish I was going home to stay. Line of taxis, I wait my turn. Tar and asphalt, exhaust and fumes. Beside the road on a patch of ground, taxi drivers are kneeling down. Neath the concrete sky, I watch them pray, while the people of the world hurry on their way. I think they're praying for us all today, the stories that fell from the sky that day. This is the land of the living.
We still sometimes forget just how big those buildings were, the two Twin Towers. And they were 1,360 feet, or about 415 meters. 40,000 to 50,000 people worked in the towers, but in addition to that, you had about 150,000 people coming through this area, because underneath was the subways, the PATH train, shops, and restaurants. You could live down there if you wanted to for, a week or two and survive and be fine. It was really quite amazing. So come along this way.
I knew Stephen when he was a child. We grew up a block apart from each other, went to the same grammar school. We went on a double date with our best friends, and we were together ever since, soulmates ever since.
My husband, Dennis, was a fireman. He worked at Ladder 13. We looked at it that we had the best of both worlds. He had a career he loved, and it enabled him to spend time with our children while I worked full-time teaching every day.
Charlie and I started dating when I was 16. His sister Peggy introduced us. He was adorable, and he had such a personality. He was very, very funny. He'd always introduce me as his first wife. He'd hand out cards that said, "Charles Garbarini, you light him, we fight him." And that was his calling card.
Jack was a career firefighter. He had a very illustrious career that spanned almost 32 years. Became captain and chief, and ultimately chief of hazardous materials operations. My husband was a domestic preparedness for terrorism specialist. One of his last conversations, one of our friends said, "Jack, how's it going?" Meaning with the hazardous materials, and Jack's response was, "It's coming, and it's going to be big." And 48 hours later was the trade.